Hello everyone, this is Abbey, and welcome to the stream. Today, this week, we'll be playing Pentiment, and I have a little bit of a strange relationship with this game. It's a little bit of a problem with this game, and it's not really a problem with the game itself. It's a bit of a, well, maybe it makes sense if I try to explain it, but this is a game that I've intended to play for a while, and to be honest, it's one of those games that I also just keep forgetting to play. And this is a problem that isn't really unique to Pentiment per se, but I feel like this, it just feels like I should be something I should be talking about. But I think there are a lot of games, maybe not just games, but like music or books that out there, and movies and stuff, where it's like I have the intention of playing it, and I fully intend on playing it. Like I put it down, I write it on a list, I put it on my wish list, I buy it, I put it smack down on the front of my page, and then I just keep forgetting about it. Right? And I just keep on forgetting about it and putting it off and doing other stuff. And it's not really nothing wrong with the game itself, because I don't really know anything about this game. I know that it's a murder mystery of some kind, and that's it. And I think this is just something that happens to people, right? And like I'm not perfect, and it happens to me as well, where it's like I make every single promise to play, like to check this out, and I just keep forgetting. Especially since this was something I was interested in. Although evidently not enough for me to jump into it and make time for it, right? Because I was looking at my Steam browser, and apparently I booted this up for like a minute last year. I installed it, checked it out. I already checked the options last year with the intent of streaming it. Like it happened last July, about 10 months ago, and it's like I just forgot. I guess I just kept putting it off. And I find something a little sad and tragic about that. And it's one of those things where it's like I don't really feel it's right to express that, because like it really is it's not really anything about the game itself, but I do feel kind of sad about the situation rather than like why I didn't do it or anything like that. It's just I just never got around to it. Right. And that's really it. Really. This is by Obsidian Entertainment, and it's a bit of a text adventure game. No, not really a text adventure, but it really goes all into wow, picking fonts. Let's pick the fancy font. That was the wrong button. So this game was I've got some Latin here. Old Latin. No, I'm controlling the buck. That's weird. In principio erat verbum et verbium erat apudum et das erat verbum erat in principio apudum. I did a little bit of Latin, but I don't know enough here. To add mellow, obscure, apparent, et different context of our encounter. I have no idea what this is saying. Press. Ooh, am I erasing stuff? Ooh. Oh dear. I'm erasing it. I'm scratching off the ink. Old-fashioned stuff. Am I using the paper? Xbox Games Studios presents an Obsidian Entertainment production. Let's turn the volume up. Penny. So, as far as I'm aware, from what little I know, this is really, for want of a better, way to put it, it's Josh Sawyer's pet project, essentially. I'm not sure if calling it his dream game is the right way to put it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But maybe I'll turn the volume down a little bit. But like after Fallout New Vegas, he kind of started directing stuff, but apparently he just really wanted like his actual own personal project. So this is like the closest thing to his dream game, Josh Sawyer. And like these games don't really come every often where it's like you really do just have total freedom to make the game that you've always dreamed of making. And an artist sleeps. And that's kind of why this is kind of piquing my interest. I don't know my interest, but it's mine. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, and the interesting thing here, I think, the biggest thing is that like it's such a small project, right? Like instead of making a big thing continuing on from Fallout New Vegas, or like he could have directed Avowed, right? And like he just decided to go small and make an adventure game, like with text prompts, no dialogue, just a small thing that really is like a very personal thing of his. So like yeah, let's try to figure out what this is. I think the music is turned up a little high, mainly because there isn't going to be any spoken dialogue. So, anyway. And the abbot said to me, Andreas. What is all this supposed to mean? I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work can make pleasures of the mind punitive to those of the body. That's Socrates. Wait, is this a dream? Socrates isn't supposed to be here. This is like 1518, isn't it? Saint Gregory. Either you need to spend time with more exciting brothers, or you need to learn how to work the Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I said it's not my fault that God made me this answer. I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. Which seems like the right answer. It takes great fortitude to be attentive to yourself and your work. Especially when there are pretty nuns around. Must you make everything perverse? Beatrice said. Let's adjust the microphone a bit here. This is getting interesting. Yes. It is virtuous to focus on your work, but the abbot cannot hold you responsible for the feelings of the sisters. You've even got crows. That's not crows from outside, those are actual crow sounds. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg. where marriage and your new life is a must in arranging with underlined word to access glossary. Free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire made a trade center and city of arts, including printing. Oh wow. So it's like a living book. That's the whole idea, like just the art and all that, like it's a living book. I like that zoom out. Nuremberg. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That effect, like there was an option for instant text, but like that's a very particular effect to have the text come in. It must be a bespoke thing for it to appear. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, Your Majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Well, I can't always dream of this place, Your Majesty. Of course. If you are not here tomorrow night, I pray you will be someplace as pleasant. Pleasant. Guardian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, Your Majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time. Have you no mind of the other fools, Andreas? I never do. How? At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. Haha, fools, Andreas. No point trying to do anything. I know old John wants you to enjoy the abbotship. Yeah, language. But since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. That's no way to think about it. You need to stand up for yourself. Ow. It's even like deliberately using low frame rates. Yeah. Oh, this is even like an inch better. Would you please stop? Ow. I give up. Take me home, brother. As you wish, Andreas. Wow, this has been strange so far. Good morning, Ursula. Good. And, oh, that's a different font type. Time to get up. The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages, that's probably a journal. Click journal tab to access quests. This really is an old-fashioned adventure game, isn't it? Journal tab. The idea that it's a living book. Another day, another few pages for the Abbey, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. The hell? This is crazy. What is that? Tasling? I think there's an L. I can see why there's a font option in this game. people. Piera, Ursula, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister. Jeez, this is a lot. Glossary. Oh, those two S's are different. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire. So, brief history lesson. Germany. Well, the predecessor to Germany. That's what the Holy Roman Empire is. That's Ludwig Andreas Meller, 1518, Nuremberg. Okay. And then that circle isn't a perfect circle. There's a bed. I want to interact. What's this? This is weird. And like, I don't really need my mouse, so if it wasn't for the art style, like this really does fit into like the idea of like it's a pretty standard adventure game, like a point-and-click adventure. I really should clean this up. Oh jeez, that's weird. That's weird. And little kid. There's... Oh, I pressed space and I was also interact. Clara. Good morning. Okay, I need to like think of accents to make up. Good morning, Andres. Did you sleep well? So, the handwriting, the font indicates educational level, which is clever. Nice, well, actually, thank you. I don't need to play with my mouse at all. I'm just using WASD and spacebar now. Ordinary, as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep hard, I'm not sure if these actions are accurate at all. Who can even know? Oh wow, that's a really funky font. I know you're going to the Abbey, so I packed for some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. What I wanted me to ask you to join me for dinner at the Abbey. This auto stuff might connect to me. Oh, that face, okay. It's gonna be a bit jarring. I wonder what... Oh, actually... But the mouse is disappearing, like, controls. So like there's keyboard, it's only keyboard, instead of like having mouse and keyboard at the same time. Just like when I press on my keyboard, the mouse disappears. So like it's, wow, that is actually like unorthodox as well, like an actual mouse mode and a keyboard mode that's separate and not mouse and keyboard. It's channels in, channel close. Quick response, interact, toggle, margins. Oh, is that what it means? Ah, okay. Now I can just play with one hand. I don't have a reason to play with one hand, but I can do that. It's a mouse born. Well, I suppose that means I can just drink my tea, and also, like, you know, take some medicine for my allergies and stuff. Here you are, Andreas. Oh, changed the spelling? That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Mr. Andreas, it wouldn't be too much trouble, right? I mean, would it be too much trouble if we paid next month's rent today? Oh my. And if we raise it by 2 Groschen? That sounds familiar. I think I've seen that in other games. Oh, right. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, I believe the currency is also called Groschen, a type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen. It's typically worth 12 pennies, but maybe minted at different values. So it's like a standard silver. Oh, and it even has the historical accuracy of having... It even notes the actual ratio of, like, bronze to silver coinage. Like, that's a bit of a pet peeve of mine, when people keep using metric values of 10 bronze coins to silver coins, or like 100 bronze coins to silver, in like, video games, and, like, anime, like, there's fantasy anime that keep doing this kind of stuff. Okay, this is a bit of a rant tangent, but, they always do it in metric and within tens, but it's like, just the simple little lore thing here is it's just a nice note. Okay. Anyway, I hate to ask, but will be handed out access to the Abbey. Who might be behind? Oh dear. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual. Now we have another face, which I'm probably going to forget promptly. Of course, it's no problem at all. I'm not sure how to... Oh, what's this? I'm not sure how to respond to this. Best rent isn't due until the beginning of May. Oh wow, so those dream characters are also like moral characters, so like... So what are these archetypes? It's like Socrates, Beatrice, and Jester, Grobian. So I'm guessing it's really more like good, not so much evil, but lawful. And this is more just self-centered. So like it's a different set of values other than the standard, the D&D lawful, evil, good, neutral stuff. So like it's being generous, it's being lawful, I guess, or philosophical, because that's Socrates. And also like, I don't want to use the word chaos. It's really just absurdity. Absurdity is a good word, because like the purpose of jesters was to kind of highlight the absurdities of the world and to laugh at them. Yeah, but it'd be nice if I could figure out the right words to describe these three, but these are three different, rather different dialogue pillars. Yeah. Let's be generous. On the other hand, she might think she can keep asking for advances on rent. Oh, it unlocked a dialogue tree. But, wait, were these taxes unexpected? Peter says our taxes didn't go up for a year, but ever since we've been married, it's just gone up and up. It used to be that if we didn't have the money, we could make payment in kind with some of our crops. The abbot stopped that last year. Now, if we don't get a good goob, nice. That's a bit of a goof with the big price in the middle. It's hard to give the abbey its share. I know it's not your problem, Andreas, and Peter used to always ask himself. Can you find it in your heart to help us out? I suppose it's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I'm so grateful. Truly, Andres and E. Is that how it fits? Yeah. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful because he's stuck in such a position. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Saint Luke bless you for helping us out. That's, like one of the saints, I guess. Often represented by a little bull, yeah. Next up, let's play this game entirely on Latin. I wonder if there's a light combatant version of this game. That'd be ridiculous. Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now. It's been 2 months? How do you even speak that, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the defined office that Prior Fearing allows me to work on my masterpiece. Divine. Their time. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and 1 at night as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. From Plague Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's set in the same time period, isn't it? The same century. So, there's a lot of... I'm spotting a lot of similar... just a similar thoroughness of research, but these notes are more directly accessible. There's lots of alternate keys here, which is nice. I'm just pressing tab. Anyway. Piece of construction. It's slow going. The city council has a requirement to become a master. I'm mostly making it mostly to show kindness and for my own sake. Oh yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. I think that little flare of typos it's cute, but it's already getting old. Like half an hour. From Nuremberg to university, and now travelling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I can't. But I know now that this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. It's doing the telltale thing again. Not many people get to decide that. I know that all too well. Certainly not anyone in Tasman. It's too essence. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It's my finest work. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say, God bless his soul. Yeah, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. And we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Dusk. Oh jeez, it's really going hard on the accurate dialogue, huh? Thank you. Carl Strucker invited me over for supper. I'm just gonna... I might switch to controller, actually. Of course. Please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. It's also like adding... I have a... So like... It's a bit of a nitpick, but this line right here, just saying hello and goodbye, it's not something you really do in fiction, and that's really because it fills up. It's a time filler, right? It's a pleasantry that you have to do, and always have to do. When you do a phone call in a movie, you've probably seen this, where it's no one actually says hello and goodbye or asks people to repeat themselves, because it's all about telling the plot concisely. And this little detail here, where it's yeah, they do take the time to share some pleasantries. Either it adds to the character, or it's just fluff. Which says, I don't know whether it says a lot about this game, but it says something about how, this is probably, it's really about Josh trying to, You're going all into the immersion, I suppose. Okay, fine. Right, so I need to like check the. I wasn't actually looking at all. No. What's the controller controls? So like the margins is whatever that button is, because I'm not familiar with Xbox buttons. Okay. What is that? Select? Select. Okay, cool. So the only buttons I need to know for this game is like how to move, the D-pad, the A button, and select. To open this journal wheel. Alright, cool. That's kind of it. Ava? Hello. What's her last name, Clayton? Hello, Andreas. There's no music either. Like, there was music before, but... Oh, it's not even like free roam, it's like left to right. It really is just like playing an old scum game. Jesus. What the hell am I playing? Like, Peter. Andreas? Ew, Peter. Okay, look, there's Peter and dying Peter. Healthy Peter, dead Peter. God bless us, Andreas. Ah, oh yes, Andreas. This weather has been awful. God awful. This town's gone to... You know, I'm not really a fan of the profanity, but okay. I don't think the town's thought too much about the weather. Yeah, of course, they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one follows the old ways anymore. The old habit didn't bother us much about our customs. We didn't mind if we left a little thing to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Pagan god, I suppose. Pagan goddess of the Alps associated with animals and spinning wool. Didn't mind if we left a little offering. So like this is something that Christianity is known to do, whereas like they didn't really ban paganism. They like in order to like incorporate themselves into various European cultures and spread, it's like they just kept adapting. Where it's like, yeah, you can keep worshipping or leave offerings for the local pagan god, but remember, like, it's really just a version of God or something like that. So a lot of Christian traditions, like even Christmas itself, like the biggest one, it really is just an adaptation of a pagan one. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts when, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. No, well, see, it said it right there. Sort of. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Sharper than you look, eh? The saints weren't the first to watch over the castle. My father knew that, old Branded Grandpa knew that. That bastard Abbott may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. These traditions, I'm not gonna like start a fuss here. Like, I like the old widow, like, okay? Just some talk. Yep, totally. Yep. Yeah, she always hangs the door frame with lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help the spirits, it does smell it. I see. I suppose. I just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot. Cough, cough. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Right, so let's get away from the person who probably has people on it. That's the wrong way. Okay. Where am I going? Morning, Andreas. Big George. Georg. What kind of name is that? Georg. Okay. Morning, Big Georg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. It's weird that the red... Huh. How many times has that happened now? Like, they do the whole dialogue and then, like, the red word bleeds in? Huh. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Every day but Sunday. I should... accents. I should really work on accents. Where else would I be going? Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? It just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been travelling too much. Where was it you spent your wander? Where was it you spent your wander Jahre before you came to Tossing Wander Jahre? Wander years, okay. It's German. So, it's... during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. So kind of like a travelling apprenticeship, or kind of like these days, like after school you take a gap year, so that's the closest equivalent, I would think. Ooh, cool. I can like create my own backstory. Ooh, I have perks. So like I'm creating my own backstory, but like I also gain benefits as a result. Some Italian and French, and can reference cultural touchstones from that region. Low countries, also like that. Italy. I mean, I think Italy's the safest choice because like that's stuff I actually recognize. These are all names I don't. Zurich. Zurich sounds familiar. Is that a German city? Low countries, Dutch and French. Italian and French. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Oh, right, 15th century. This would also be like in the middle of the Renaissance. Because like here, Florence is actually referencing the Medici family, as well as Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Machiavelli. One of the largest cities in Europe, along with a major city-state in the Italian peninsula, before becoming part of the Spanish Empire. Oh wow. Oh man, I'm wishing I picked the other options now, but what would it even say? Italy. No, I'll do no senses at all. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in those mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. It's one of those things where it's like, I actually, like, it does sound plausible, where it's like, it's the smell of petrichor, I think, right? Like, there's a particular smell which travels along the winds, and you need to be particularly attuned to it. Where it's like, if the rain is coming far away, there's a particular smell. But I've heard of it, and like I think I've been able to like get an idea of it in the past, but like I you know, I'm indoors playing video games all the time, so like, you know. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, big dog. What do you spend all that time in this doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Oh jeez. More backstory. Hedonist? Like, oh, I just, you know, spent my time socializing and experiencing all of the fine women in the city. That's okay. That's definitely not me. Craftsman, bookworm, rat scoundrel, business. You know, like, I'm a bookworm, so like, I'm just gonna pick bookworm. That's, I mean, he's making some kind of masterpiece book, so bookworm sounds like reading mostly and talking about books. I couldn't get enough of it. Venice is filled with incredible printed. Florence continues to illuminate beautiful manuscripts. And the books they produce are treasures. Every one. I didn't realize that books meant that much for you. Much to you, much. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. I haven't had much use for reading, though. Anyway, I have to get going. Hello. Hello. Dog, let's go. This is, it really is just an old-fashioned, like, point-and-click adventure. Of all the things, of that Josh Sawyer decided to do after Fallout New Vegas and like big game projects, like he does this little one where it's a really beautifully drawn point-and-click adventure, and like it makes me wonder, like, because like here, I think the main thing here where it is like it really is just really high production value. Aren't FPS games just point and clicks with extra steps? I mean, yeah, I mean all you have to do is just click on the head. Right? Yep, that sounds right. That sounds right. That's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. So, a slow beginning so far, but it is. So, like. I'm just thinking of, like. It's a. My mind suddenly swings to that Kickstarter, Broken Age, that Double Fine Kickstarter, and that's a lot of sheep noises, and like he wanted to do a point-and-click adventure, which was really, really super into having high-definition art, and like it kind of resulted in like lots of issues. And like this is kind of the same, I guess. Like this, I can make that kind of comparison where it's like it's a point-and-click adventure, but like it kind of goes all in into making it actual. Like it's a living book, right? Like I push this button, and I can just go back out into the book, and like it just goes all in into this particular art style, and being historically accurate, like super historically accurate with the portrayal of like showing just depicting this world in a bit of a depicting this world in a bit of a stylized way. This is all Latin, so like all of this stuff is Latin. I studied a little bit of Latin in university, but I only did that for like a couple of weeks. But I'm pretty sure, like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually accurate, because this is like Andreas' name is there, like Andreas non expectandum fera tacitum abas unis architor eris accusta rit cognis scara arius qui causum actera baronem haberit. Oh, wait, Google Lens what? Oh, jeez, okay, I need to, where's my phone? I need to do. I did not expect. Okay, I didn't know what to expect. But I need to. You DM it to me. Oh God, are those spoilers? That's spoilers, isn't it? Like, I'm just opening up Lens myself. Like, Gee. I'm not angry at the spoilers. It's like, why? Just what? Like, okay, I need to like this is literally just the beginning. I just got out of the house and that's it. Okay. So, oh god, I am just improvising this right now. Okay, I need to like send this to my. Oh god, felt like mine. Thank you, Google Lens. Like that really just did the instant translation. So it's a I'm recognizing bits and pieces of this because like I do like Latin is very like it's the root language of all the Romance languages, right? And like I did like I know bits and pieces of it because I do end up reading Latin like phrases every now and then, like, you know, mottos in school and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna like try to upload this to my computer quickly. And where did that go? Let's see. This is crazy. That's the wrong thing on my phone. Let's see. No, where's my photo folder? That's No, I don't want backups. Close that. That's I suppose I could just read it out as well. You know, that would be faster than me trying to upload like a crazy Google Lens thing. I'm trying to like improvising so hard. And you like improvising. I didn't think I'd be improvising this hard. No, I don't want to. Go away, you damn prompt. I don't want to. Okay. Just need to like upload that to my computer. And so, I mean, I can just read it out right here and like kind of make a few guesses based on what I recognize, because like Andres, and I don't even have the mouse here. It's hiding the mouse and everything. So Andreas non expectandum. Andreas did not expect Abbas, the abbot, accutorium veris accusat. So like accusing making an accusation. Come on, where is it? Okay. So this is like, wow, this is like super improvised. This is super improvised. It doesn't seem rather precise either. Like this is just from. Let's just try to. Okay, so this is so improvised. So I'm literally just taking a picture of my monitor. What have I become? Like just taking screenshots of my monitor. So Andreas could not wait, expecting there to bear the brunt while his abbess accused him, accusatorum, the sharpshooter. So I'm thinking like there's like not complete, like it's recognizing the font, but I'm not sure if it's one to one. It's hard to tell without me just, you know, actually getting out my dictionary and doing it myself manually. Now at Cognoscere, identify, I think. I was doing causing an accident. Baronum Hadland. I'm gone. Barrow and Cass. The Baron in Cassio or Cassius for Solo Unius Die. That's one day, one single day. It was apparent that Andrew the Baron had made it. So like this feels rather off. Because Andreas is not a Baron. So let's get rid of that, because that's kind of sped up. Okay. It's just crazy entanglement. So like I'm not gonna use Google names on this, but like here it's talking about like Andreas going to the scriptorium laboratory in university, generic operators intelligence. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, I should really just progress in the story, shouldn't I? Oh jeez. Okay. I need like a drink of my tea. Is tea even a thing yet in this kind of like? That's crazy. That's a lot of sheep. Veronica. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. And doing nothing. I'm not really sure what it's trying to do there, the typo. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andres. Excuse us. One of the things that I saw the sheep started hopping us. I think it's trying to like convey dialects, like weird speech, idiosyncrasies and word pronunciation, and then giving like a modern, like the actual modern text. There's like ARD instead of AND, ARD. Like, I would understand that. Should I offer to help? That's just chaos, constant chaos. Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That is a very big, oh man, I wanted a peanut. Honey dots can buy as many peanuts. Explain. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. That's the kind of vibe that this line has here. Then again, I don't know anything about sheep. We're just getting their way. No, excuse me. I'll try to stay out of your way. Thanks. It'll only take an hour or two to get them all down at this rate. Blood sacrament. Damn it, Veronica. What did I say about blasphemy? Sorry, man. Oh, look. There's something going on up at the Steinhauer's place. Oh, there's a couple of nobles there for some reason. Who's that on the horse? Luxury H? I don't know, Martin. Looks like he was giving him an earful. I haven't seen Lucky that right up since Peter and Clara's wedding when he pulled his pants down. Jeez, that's a bit of an image. Not cool romance, dear folks. I don't like to feel the strength behind a store-person's anger. A few pictures are noble. He looks really rich. God damn it, Brian. Stay out of trouble for once. What's Hans heading? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? I'm not really liking that. I'm just, don't mind moving your kidney. Your skin, oh, it's just swapping the K and S around. Your skinny little body of the world, we need to get this ship under control. Of course. See you later. Good luck. Am I like stuck on the path? Oh yeah, so like I'm just on rails. It's okay, it's just like blocking me, risking me. Angus. Oh, Angus. Good timing. You have a moment to lend me a hand. I'm on my way to the Abbey. I swear it won't be long. Alright then. Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I just counted how many I put in. Now I need a hand. If they're overheated, I won't be able to work them again. Oh, hey, it's more tutorial minigame stuff again. Here, take the shoe and the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and I'll hit it with the hammer. Okay. Faster. Faster. Good, good. Next one. Really? Why? It's the constant cheap sound. Oh man. See? Short back. Thanks for the help, Angus. I don't know what I was thinking of doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here that day. Have you considered an apprentice? Have you considered a child? As a child, I yearn for the mines. Sorry, I just couldn't help but say that out loud. Oh man, I have to pick this and see the reaction. Have you considered a child? Well, that's probably a topic for another day. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto up at the Abbey guest house for dinner. Until then. Right, so, it's been like an hour and I did get distracted with the whole Google Events thing, but, like, I really like to get to the murder mystery part now. Like, come on. Josh, you should know how pacing works. I'm talking to Josh Sawyer. I'm so sorry, like, not you. Like, you did Fallout in Vegas, and then you do this? Like, okay, sure. If you want to do a passion project, sure. But, like, come on. The heck did I just see? Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. A few hours to work on my massive. Good to hear. Still can't. Jeez, there's so much small talk here. Like, what? Like, this is I guess it's trying to set everything up. Like, this is something that happens at like at the beginning of every single visual novel or something. Like, it's always like just an hour of like small talk because like it's setting up the characters. You know, like. And even now, like here, Josh Sawyer's falling into this pitfall where it's like, come on, I'm just skipping through this dialogue. Like easy to read fonts, and dialogues. Like, I'm just increasing the dialogue speed. Ooh, historical lettering. That's okay. Turning down. Big head, mate. Okay. It's like, okay, it is. You really need to see these woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eden Speaking. I picture the character of a popular 15th century book, filled as a prankster, continually exposing the vices and good habits of others. Yep. Oh, wait. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Ew. Okay, that's whatever. I mean, we have YouTube poops and all those bizarre videos on YouTube. The less we say about that, the better. I didn't realise my father told us that you print books in Italian. Okay, just... Come on, he's not that strict, Skip. I know he's just trying to protect people from adventure stories of questionable moral repute. He doesn't mind those so much, actually. Well, I do. I didn't mean to read that annotation. No. As long as I don't get too... Oh, no. Ah. Right. Like you can be as like filthy as you want as long as it just doesn't cross that particular barrier. Like, okay, well, that's been a long time thing. In what would you even call it? Like Christian puritanical pop culture thingy? I don't even know what to call it. Like, just a religion thing. So, supper tonight? Of course. Right. See you later. Oh, can we just keep skipping the small talk? Oh dear. And here it is, I think. God bless Master Mela. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. So many distractions. Oh, just a sip of tea. So many distractions. I'm running late to the Abbey. It's no problem if you don't have time for me today, but the question is, will you have time for the Lord on Sunday? You understand how important it is for your salvation to receive Holy Communion, don't you? I'm like not a Christian, so you know, like I think we should I'm just gonna sigh. I'm just gonna sigh, like, yeah. Andreas, do you think I like saying these silly things to people to get them to come? Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mela, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvirgel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Worms? Okay, just a city called Worms. Located on the Rhine River. Okay, that's... Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbours were as welcoming. Well, yes. Worms has been this... I don't know. Like, Worms has been the site of imperial riots. I guess. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. I spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. Innsbruck? Oh, I read that font correctly. Oh, that's cool. Innsbruck. Which trials in 1485. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these Alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the Emperor's diet. Imperial diet. So, like, this is, the term diet isn't really used for, like, a governmental like, assemblages anymore. It is still referred to in Japan, like the Japanese diet. But, like, that's kind of it. So, like in America, it's called Congress, and like in, I believe, like in, what was it called again? I should know this because I'm in Australia, but like, there's the House of Commons, and it's based on the British Parliament structure, and it should be the same in Canada. But like, it's basically just the House of Commons, or the meeting place, or the whatever name you want to call the governors, you know. Like, why do I keep pressing that button instinctually? Like, I really need to do something with my allergies. Like, I just keep sneezing. Hopefully, you're not noticing that. Anyway, it's interesting that it is actually still used. It was used here, rather, like the word diet. Emperor, was he here? Did you see him? Oh, maybe it's like because this is the Holy Roman Empire, and like Japan, they still have an emperor, although it's mostly just mostly just a figurehead, but still. I wonder if that's related. But no. Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time, quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him while a painter. How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titian in particular is a god. No thanks, father. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Kiev. Oh, good. It was a bit weird to see, like... I was still wondering who the other person riding was. Like, it can't be the wife, right? And, oh well, must be like... anyway, I heard Father Matthews died shortly after my last visit to court. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Gloria Cassidy that he was reading during my last visit. History of Tazin. So again, more Latin. Father Matthews was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There'll be time enough to discuss Tazin's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gurno, and I have come to check on its progress. So much laugh dialogue. It's realistic dialogue, but realistic dialogue is also slow dialogue. I really need to do something about my allergies. Why today of all days? I've never played Ease. I really should get around to them, but they are known for having like just reams and reams and reams of dialogue. And I think it was all. I'm not sure if it's like small talk like this, but like it's just making me think of that. But also, like, again, visual novels where it's like they do kind of start with all of this stuff really slowly. It's like it's been an hour. I have had like no gameplay. This is like very, very super story driven, and like this, like I did like a horseshoe minigame, and like that's it. This is really one of those things where it's like I need to be in a mental state where like I essentially play a visual novel, right? Okay, but the hammering was fun. Yeah, I rotated and pressed A. That wasn't the timer, but it was neat. But like this is, I guess this really like visual novel is like the Japanese term for adventure game, right? And was there a timer? I didn't even notice. Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, like so, like visual novels and adventure games, like they're just different terms for the same thing because like one originated the term visual novel originated from Japan, and it's like I don't play these very much. I do mean to actually play more, but like it's kind of a pain to read everything out. not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by city council. I'm betting if I do this mini game again, there'll be a timer, but that was clearly like just a tutorial, so I'm not sure. Or maybe it was just very forgiving. Andres is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping the Abbey's tutorial, a room for writing manuscripts. A Nuremberger artist working in an Abbey's tutorial in 1518. Well, we should talk, Andres. I must know the story. I'm late. I want to get to the Abbey. Surely, my lord, would find little entertainment or companionship in me. I have yet to judge the quality of your entertainment, though it sounds like we're off to a bad start. Oh dear. I'm not sure how important this lord is. Lordy, oh my. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. I really want to get to the Abbey. Like, I am, like... Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite you? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up with the developers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Excellent. We will see you then. Miklos. Miklos. Oh, wow. I haven't... That is an old spelling of a name I very rarely see. Italian. I believe. Miklos. I think I've met like one person with that name. With a different spelling. But, Miklos. Wow. Miklos, I'm dismounted. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Miller. I'll meet you there. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. You said you were unmarried. No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and mother, so he had a career change. I was in university for a number of years, at Erfurt. Yeah, whatever, just one of the biggest cities in the Holy Roman Empire, I guess. Never heard of it. Was that... I think I heard a cow noise, or it was either a cow noise or my phone vibrating. Perfect. Wonderful. The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Martin Luther. Yes. The one came up with, what was it again? He criticized the church. Well, it says right there, controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. So, I believe that was... So, at this point in history, the church was kind of corrupt, where it's like, hey, if you want to, like, if you sinned and you want to be forgiven by God and still go to heaven, just buy this piece of paper. It says you're forgiven. And I signed it on plastic paper, so like it's totally legit, bro. So Martin Luther essentially just writes a bunch of things criticizing that, posted up on walls everywhere, which kind of led to like one of the most major splits in Christianity, and leading to, I think it was called, what is it, Protestant? Or, like, I mean, it's kind of in the name, like Protestants, kind of protesting the current structure of the church, and a hierarchy and the corruption within it. So, yeah. So this is also the time of Martin Luther. I'm not big on Christian history, but like even I know who that is. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's a brave, brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. You must tell me. No, he's a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. That's, not in a good way, I told him. Perhaps they've even read his list of 95 theses against the church. His list of 95 theses. Oh, so it was like literally the year before this game is set. Huh. It was a huge controversy at the time. Like I suppose. Like, this zoom out and zoom in thing. It's immersive, but like it's starting to get a bit on my nerves for some reason. I think it's because I'm just used to seeing a pop up instead. It's a cool effect. Father Matthews was not above here having a lively debate. I hope Father Gurner does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university study. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Man, so much small talk. Just wow. I think this is supposed to be a murder mystery, so maybe this is setting up all the suspects. But I really hope it is, because like I'm kind of irritated at the amount of setup here. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. So private tutoring. So a very traditional kind of study this in this time period. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Ficino and Erasmus, and everyone in between and yet to come. So, something I should note here, I'm not really sure, I looked it up recently, I can't remember why. I think it was because it was part of my research for something or other, but, so universities in this time period, they didn't have the same structure as they do now. Like, and by that I mean teaching structure, because like the actual formalized structure of learning and having grades was actually not a thing yet. Instead, I believe, like university was a lot more free form, where it's like you entered, and then instead of studying a subject, you actually studied a book of like ancient knowledge or something, right? So like as a subject, you study Aristotle, and study all of his works, or Cicero or Erasmus, and the subject matter was also rather different as well. So like, but again, like it was really more concentrating on like specific people. So like instead of the broad subjects of say physics or mathematics or economics, instead you'd study, or philosophy, you instead study, okay, like I let's study Aristotle, and that's my subject for the year, right? That's my subject for the year. Or Isaac Newton's not a person, yes, but like someone like that, or Archimedes, and yeah, so like the knowledge of modern university would far, 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 far surpass the kind of knowledge you gained at a university in this time period, because like it wasn't really like the structure of learning was just different. It was really more about just, I didn't even know how to put it, like just studying old philosophers. Aristotle, Erasmus, Ficino, okay. Italian, Greece, Romans, So yeah, it was really much about studying the old Romans philosophers. So yeah, not even sure how you graduated. I may have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. Yeah, I mean, like, it pretty much, like, it was very self-directed, you know? So, the idea of, like, sitting down and just studying, like, doing self-study by just reading tons and tons of books, that was, like, these days, that it makes you a bit of an eccentric, because, like, you're not following traditional school structure. But, like, that's how universities were originally, right? Like, you just went in, you'd have a sponsor, to access the library, but then you'll just pick a book to study for the year, or the semester, or whatever you want to call it. And it's very self-directed. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? Oh, he's changing his dialect to sound more sophisticated? Okay. But no, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but I didn't finish. I don't... Okay, this is a weird one. I need to actually look this up, because I don't believe these actually existed. The idea of a master and a doctorate, like either you studied or you didn't. I might even be totally wrong, I'm not sure, but like these are like modern terms, right? These are more like modern translations of the concept of passing university. But like having a degree, like that particular word, I don't think. Please. I'm just going all in into like the history, and what I believe is historically accurate, isn't it? Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology, imperial law, medicine. Let's go with medicine. All things medicine. All things medical. Studying the latest and greatest texts coming out of Italy. Yes, the Italians continue to innovate in that area. Extraordinarily, really. Fascinating work. Who knows what secrets we may learn about the human body in the decades to come? You. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Ooh. Finally. Tension. Curse you, Lorenz Rosfernal. His dogs. Tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Okay, that was random. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? I'm not gonna ask. He's probably gonna deflect. I think he has a bit of... Is he gonna get killed? Is he gonna be the murder victim? Like, okay. Jeez. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium. Yes, what are these? Oh, right, liberal arts is the term I'm looking for. So, like, essentially everything was just liberal arts. Like, the equivalent of a liberal arts degree. Because it was free form. Lower and upper divisions of the classic liberal arts universal education. Latin, logic, rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. It's... I mean, like, the thing I described at university might be slightly before this, but yeah, like, the heavy emphasis on Latin, I'm not sure. Oh, like, Did you have a favourite subject? What is this? What is, like, an hour and a half in? And I'm still picking my background. Okay, like this is super slow. Oh jeez. Latinist. Strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary can also recall quotes from the Roman Empire and Republic. Logician. Andrews instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis. Orator. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. Is Galileo a thing yet? As, you know, the heliocentric thing. I am going to go with... Logician. That's the one that I would go for. Like, I'm that kind of person. All the other stuff, it's really like specific knowledge, but like logic is always like, it's the basis of knowledge, right? Like, it's all like, that's the foundation that lets you learn and actually process knowledge. And that's really what the core of universities of this era were about. It's really like, yeah, you studied Latin and people, but like, it was all about logic as well. Logic, geometry, and arithmetic. Quite interesting for an artist. Was Aristotle's organon the foundation of your study? Yeah, finally gameplay choice. Like, I had a couple before, like the same thing. It's just a dialogue prompt and then like an actual serious dialogue prompt that sticks with you, and it's essentially me building my character backstory. I'm not really sure what the consequences of them are yet. Like, it's weird. Like, this entire thing is me building my character, isn't it? The organon for logic and Euclid's elements for geometry. In the past few centuries have yielded wonderful new texts on logic. Mathematician of ancient Alexandria, father of geometry. So, like, I only really learned this from Veritasium on YouTube, but like, mathematics in this time period, like, it was like algebra was not a thing yet either. Like, you wrote them, mathematics was done through the lens of geometry and always like logically thought through geometry. It goes all the way back to Euclid and Archimedes. So, and Aristotle. Yeah. Very important names. Peter Abelard provided the foundation of scholastic philosophy and established the primacy of Aristotle's work. 12th century French teacher. Okay, Abelard. The Englishman William of okay, just yep. Thomas Aquinas, I recognize that name. Just a philosopher, no year attached. That's great. Okay. Oh, cool. 2 hockey teams. How's that gonna go? Wait, like if 2 teams from the same city are playing against each other, I guess it doesn't matter who wins. Because like you've always got to win, but you're always going to be lose. Like, okay. All monks in fact. It's probably a bit more than that, but like I'm just like, yeah, I'm not a sporty person. Anyway, a great deal of work to force Aristotle to fit within the church's vision of truth. Oh, so like lots of interpretation. Great. Actually, is there even like a dialogue log here? Like, this is so long. Ah, jeez. Is that so wrong? I question that these great men could have directly logic into a church established by fiat and force. What time zone am I in again? Like, I am in... Remember, I'm in Australia, so like you can figure it out from there. Just look at Japan time. I usually just refer to Japan time when I talk about what time zone I'm in. so yeah, it is actually Sunday morning here. These are my Sunday morning streams, which is actually, now that I think about it, since it is Sunday morning, this is actually blasphemous, isn't it? Because like I'm doing this kind of thing, and like this, you know, obviously this time period is very heavy on Catholicism and the church and being religious and not doing anything on Sunday except go to church in the morning. And here it is, like it's Sunday morning here. And like, yeah. I'm just thinking of like a really lame blasphemous joke. It's like, hey, welcome to the Church of Eiri. And it's like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to go there. That's kind of, okay. Oh geez, that's another choice and I already forgot. What was I? Well, I need to pay attention to the dialogue. Okay, so this looks like the same bunch of choices. I just have a second area of study. So, excellent speaking occult, which includes alchemy, because chemistry is not a thing yet, nor is the scientific method. Heavens and earth. Latin would be cool. Necromancy, yeah, I mean, that's a thing that I am, so I'm thinking, okay, so I am of two minds here. Realistically, I think Latin would be a useful thing, for the sake of, like, I think I'm supposed to solve murders here. But, like, I'm also wondering what kind of knowledge I have if I'm an occultist, right? Alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, like, necromancy was the thing. I'm not sure if I would have called it necromancy back then. I'm not really sure how far back that term specifically goes, but like the occult in general, and witches and paganism, definitely a thing. Oh, there's a typo there. No knowledge. Huh. So, okay, the thing that gets me as well is that, like, alchemy, specifically the term alchemy used here, because I would not lump that into the occult. So, like, the actual historical placement of alchemy, like, as a term, is that alchemy was really just is really just scientific chemistry before the scientific method managed to refine and formalize it into chemistry itself, right? It's very important, like when I studied chemistry in school, like that was a very important thing that was pointed out. It's kind of weird because, like, it was a weird thing to point out because, like, these days we think of alchemy as magic, but like, chemistry is alchemy. Alchemy is chemistry, right? It's not an occult thing. Throughout history, like most alchemical texts are kind of weird and kooky in hindsight because no one had the scientific method, so they were just mixing and mashing stuff together. But for the most part, alchemy is the closest thing to science throughout most of human history. Before we had an actual structure to document and share the discoveries. And that was around the time when alchemy, the term, transformed into chemistry. So I would not really... So, like, in this sense, occultist is really more like prototype scientist. That's what I would actually count it as. I'm like, at least that's my general take on it all. Latin sounds like an interesting choice just because I can read the text as clues, but like I don't want to go with occultist. I used my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. esoteric hell. Mystical texts on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Pure and academic, of course. So, like, this is definitely a bit of an offshoot that I'm not really... I think it would have been nice if they... I'm not really sure where this is going to be... This is going to lead, but I don't think I like how alchemy is lumped into just occult stuff. Because that is definitely a very, very modern take on alchemy. Like it pretty much started right as chemistry became a thing, right? Like alchemy still existed, and that was when occult stuff really started in stride. Like occult stuff as a subculture, as a pseudoscience, really became a thing during the Industrial Revolution because like it was an offshoot from. It was essentially just the stuff that was cut away after the scientific method. So this feels like an anachronism, although I could also like think of this as paganism occult rather than, but still, like that's all the other stuff, not alchemy per se. And that's just my take. That's just my perspective on like how I feel about alchemy in a historical view. So that's a lot of nitpicking from me, but let's continue. Of course, with blue. Okay, what does it mean? Why is that word in blue? I don't know. I started with Facina's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. A compilation of Hermes Trismegistus, or Thrice Great Hermes. A compilation of the soteriology? Okay, I don't know what that word is. Quite interesting. I'll make some time to speak to you on this topic. As you wish, my lord. Can we get to the Abbey, please? Can we get to the Abbey? Okay. Jeez. Yes. I have good memories of this place. Yep. Hey, come on. There hasn't even been any music, it's just ambient noise. How did you come to know it? How did you come to know of Kirso at all? My family have been patients of Kirso for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago I heard that Kirso still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript productions and were shocked to find an active scriptorium here. There's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. So I should probably note, I don't think the game actually explained it, but there was an annotation earlier where the scriptorium was falling out of favor, but this is the era of the printing press, right? Before the printing press, you had to copy books by hand, and that was usually done in scriptoriums, in monasteries. So like you had like this army of monks who had nothing better to do than just learn how to write. So like if you wanted to get a book copied, you had to send it to a scriptorium. At least that's what I believe is the case. If I'm totally wrong, just ignore the last minute. But I think that's what the term means. So I commissioned the manuscripts through Facepalm a year ago. I thought yes, you've already mentioned that. Can we please move on with the story? Wait, I think the artist working on it is a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the well, but no, I do know the artist well, the venerable Brother Piero. How venerable? He still has his wits and his skills, if that was concerned you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with colour, but I very much look forward to seeing it. That word colour did not have a letter U in it. And I do remember earlier that the word mum had M-O-M, so like that's American spelling. That's great. Even, okay, whatever. It's just a minor nitpick. And here we are at the Abbey, although it's technically outside. Yes, my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. What is it now? 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. Let's I have been reading for 1.5 hours, and my throat hurts. And like the plot has not progressed at all. The plot has not progressed at all. I'm sorry, Josh Sawyer, but this is taking too long. Oh, hey, nuns. Ah, yes, like the really, really hot nuns, the forbidden fruit. Blah, 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 blah. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns at the same time. There's chastity and all of that. It makes you think there are some shenanigans going on. The church closed most of them centuries ago. Okay, well, at least it's noting how this is actually strange. But then Kiyosao is a place out of time in more ways than one. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Why were they closed? I think I know what the answer is here, but let's just ask. Monks and nuns living side by side cannot behave themselves. I don't blame them though. The church shouldn't either. It's just human nature after all. Yeah. So, vows of chastity on both sides living together. You know something's gonna happen. You know, like it's a very challenging thing to like try to avoid sinning after that. Like if you're like just like that. Anyway. You must be Father Gunnar. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Oh, my, that font. Yes, the Baron of Rothfagel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. If you say so. I am not good for remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. I don't even know what kind of accent I'm doing. Like, I've said that several times anyway, so. Yes, I know, but I rode ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment, I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Small talk. Yes, more small talk. More small talk. More small talk. I really should be more respectful for this game, but like, okay, come on, like, dot, yes, certainly, okay, come on, get to the murder, come on, like, I know it's trying to world build and set up the atmosphere, but it's like, I don't know what you were doing with that, but I need you in the scriptorium now. He sounds panicked. Is this a bad time for ask for an advance on my payment? Yeah, there's the annotation for the scriptorium. It didn't say why it was a thing. It just says it's for writing manuscripts. So, like, again, disappeared by the 16th century because of the printing press. Book of Hours, blah 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 blah. I'm just gonna like, I'm not gonna ask. I'm just gonna go. Get work. I should have asked him about an advance for the taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Find a way to get paid. Ah, great. There's the cloister. Shrine. Ask Father Gerdo. Oh, I can have it. There's a map button. Oh, jeez. Tazing. Oh, right. The right is zoomed in. It's not a continuation of the continent. So, like, Tazing is rather north of Venice and Boulogne. And Aragon without a letter R. Buda and Pest. Okay. Really just smack dab in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? Salzburg over there. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of just in the middle of all the notable places. But also a little ways off from the main road. Okay. This would honestly be more manageable if it was in 3D, but like, there are so many worms. I wonder if the murder's gonna happen in here. Like, oh, I'm sure it was like Brother Matthew in the kitchen and cellar with Spork or something. Glossary. Oh, hey, those are all the annotations that prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River. Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Yeah, it did kind of like, because of the name Worms, it's like, I wonder if they just ate worms. And well, you know, that's just the state of politics in the past. Or, and even now, I guess you could say, no, I think that's a bit of a cheap joke to make. It's a very easy joke. Jeez. Jeez, that's okay. What do I, okay. Journal. Oh, and that's my full background now, Ex Libris. Another page here. Oh, I love that page animation. Yeah. Let's enter the church. Oh, jeez. Okay. Why the hell is the murder? Wait. Is that voice acting finally? I don't care about you. Old Bailey. Matthew! God bless you, Andreas. That's Matthew? He has glasses. He's tiny. He looks like a nerd. Jeez. I don't know how else to put it. How is the sacristy? Same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you? No, I was just being friendly. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. I have a favor to ask though. Could you cut me a check? I was hoping I'd like to collect my wages. Prior for rank hadn't informed me that you finished any new manuscripts. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Okay, well, that makes sense. I only have a few pages left. then I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. True. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payment. Yeah, it really just has to do with rent, isn't it? Even in the Middle Ages, people had trouble with rent. Breaking such contracts would cause undue trouble not only for Kirzal, but for Tazing as well. That's why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the gardeners. What is this about, Andreas? I think honesty is the best policy here. It's like, I would like to help the gardeners pay for their taxes. No. That's not fully the truth. The gardeners have asked me for their rent early, so they can pay their taxes to the Abbey. I would not have expected Peter Gutner for people to beg a lodger for help. His wife asked me. That must have been difficult for her. I'm sorry, Andreas. If you seek remedy to the Gutner situation, feed your case to Father Gurno. The matter is pressing, Brother Butler. In the name of Christian charity, isn't there anything you can do? This is money. I would be paid eventually, and it would be great relief to the Gutners. Oh, what's this? Okay. So, this looks like a speech check that I'm already passing because it's listing out what I've done to kind of already get persuasion points. So I made a friendly inquiry, so I was already friendly, and I was honest that Clara asked me for help. So it's an automatic win. Very well. Do not ask me this of me again, Andreas Mailer. Okay. There, here you are. I shall note this with Father Gurno and Prior Ferenc. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you. Well, that was easy. Now I've got my payments, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll put it on the table in the evening to surprise her. I'll give it to her directly. I don't want the money stolen. Let's get the hell out of here. In real life, how long of a walk would this be? Like, I'm leaving the Abbey. Not for me. Rest of the convent, Upper Abbey. Convent guard. No, that's not the right way. Lower Abbey. Meadow. I can be late to the Abbey again, can't I? Just another hour late. Don't mind me. I'm just running home to pay my rent. Yep, that's totally what I'm doing. Oh, hey, the sheep is still here. That's great. Okay. Got the farm. Got the house. Just wait until I discover fast travel right after I do this. Clara. Hello, Andreas. Hello, Clara. I have something for you. Oh? This should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, this is far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. I insist. It's enough to pay back the Abbot, yes? It is, but Andreas, how did you even get so much coin? Are you sure you have enough to spare? I convinced Brother Matthew to pay me a bit early. I wanted to be sure you could pay your taxes in time. God bless you 1,000 times, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help. It's the Christian thing to do. Yeah, totally. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. Just, again, so many greetings. It's like, okay, can I do fast travel? Like, can I please do fast travel? To Meadow. I wonder if to Abbey. Can I just put Abbey? No, I can't. Okay. Right, just in real life, this would take another hour. So now I'm like, how many hours late now? So about prime 6. Apparently, it's still 6 in the morning. I don't even know what to say now. It's like this is just gonna take some time. Like quick adventures. That's what it is. Meadow. Lower Abbey. Upper Abbey. The cloister, I guess? Where am I going? Right, infirmary, monastery, aquarium, chapel house, large garden, courtyard, and laboratorium. The factory, I don't even know what these words. Church, dormitory, kitchen and cellar, sandwich. Actually, you know what? I should check on that. It's a straight line, isn't it? So it's scriptorium. So like I need to go down the... Oh, okay. I can just go to the cemetery. Just cut through there. That was the kitchen and cellar. God damn it. Okay. Let's go on. At least these loading times are instant. Like, well, I mean, it's using the animation of page turning, but... Old Bailey? Scriptoria. Ah. Here we are. Now, was I supposed to be here? I guess that's another question. Prime hour 6. Prime hour 6. Apparently I did all of that stuff in like 30 minutes. Even though the stream has been going for 2 hours. I'm just a genius at time travel. That seriously all happened at 6 in the morning. Okay. Guy. Adoc. Kiara. Okay. It's video game time, isn't it? Like, it's been 2 hours, and apparently not even 1 hour has passed in game. So, I'm not sure how to interpret that, to be honest. Like, it's just really slow. Especially since I'm reading this stuff out, which actually makes it feel even more real time than it is. Good to see you. Good. And I also sped up the text, so whatever. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. I know that feeling. Big Jorg says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adoc has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Ugh. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeer the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Okay, I'm blocking that name. Okay, whatever. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet? Oh, just holy hell! That's just more banter. Please show me respect. You're too sensitive to guys' jokes. Calm yourself. I am old, Andreas. Every slight against me stings with the fire of 1,000 wasps. 1,000 wasps. But I will pray to God for the strength to endure this wickedness. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Frank is not overseeing us today. He was here, but then he heard Lorenz had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Lorenz is so desperate to impress the Abbey and nobles like Rothberger. It's pathetic. You feigned kindness to Father Abbot and our Prior only to speak about him like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. His manuscript. Oh dear, what happened? I just realized that he wanted to see his manuscript. Of course that's why he was visiting. Yes. Yes. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about your patron's visit. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rosvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Freezing. Freezing? Freezing. Makes me think of Freezer. The Prince Bishop of Freezing. Or was it Freezing? I'm just gonna mentally call him, like, if he actually shows up in the game, I'm just gonna call him Freezer. Or Frizer. Or something like that. Kirsau is already out of favour. Father Abbot does not want to have the wheel with more attention. Well, if Prior Frank isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. That's right. I need to reference the Indermar's manuscript. Are you joking? I need to get to it. I need to do another fetch quest. Idana, what do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indemar manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? What do you mean? Oh, is she flirting with me? A nun flirting with me? I mean, did you sleep and learn? Or... why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Yeah. Please. Have you considered the... you know what? I'm not going there. Like, can I just get the book? It's all, like, way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? Why are you complaining? Isn't this your job? Isn't writing books your job? Illuminata? Oh, that's a person's name. Sifter Illuminata. Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Sister. Andreas, okay. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Indemar manuscript, the Book of Hours. Well, yes, I overheard. Here. Just, okay. Come on. Come on. Where's the... Andreas, may I see how your masterpiece is coming? Okay. I really need to get, like, I keep telling myself I need to get, like, hand capture, because, like, I don't even know how you're gonna, like, capture, like, if I'm just face palming. You can't see it, like, I'm just face palming now. It's just... I did this. I bought this game like a year, 2 years ago, and I just forgot about it. I said that at the beginning of the stream, right? And I kept putting it off, and I feel bad about putting it off because like it's it's really one of those things I should check out. But it doesn't change the fact that sometimes pacing is just bad, and like it really does just take too long. Like some games, they go heavy on the immersion, and this game is very clearly heavy on the immersion. But it also means that they take way too long to get to the point. Like, it's supposed to be a murder mystery investigation thing, right? That's like I don't know much about the game, but I believe that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know what else. I don't know what other storylines it's supposed to be. But like, it's been 2 hours, and like this is supposed to be like a passion project from Josh Sawyer. But I really want to just get to the point. Like, I just really just want, like, I don't even really need to, like, get to the murder straight away. It's like, it's practically a kinetic novel at this point. You know, like, I've done a couple of choices, but I haven't led to anything yet. And maybe I'm just going through the dialogue too slowly, because, like, it's non-verbal. Like, I'm just reading everything out, and that's slowing me down significantly, but, this is taking forever. Yes, the composition is lovely, and there's a joyful spirit in the arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colours is also nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right. I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work. My son, you're copying the illustration from the In the Mark manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gunnar. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. It is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, not in their most sublime, but in their most sublime form. These images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me the truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this book of ours will outgive us all. What will it say to those who see it in a future generation, centuries beyond our comprehension? Some will gaze deep into your lines and paint to seek a deeper meaning. What will they find? That you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the sorts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptorium anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? Why is that? Why has Kirsar kept this up for so long? Some people, some places, have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books, of art, is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in so doing be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adolf. Oh man, this kind of resonates with what's going on in real life at the moment because of AI and stuff. It's like, there will be a place for them, but it will be very diminished. Like, even now we still have artists that do this, but like, it's much smaller, it's not as commonplace, which makes it more specialized and precious to actually possess. Which means that their work is more valuable, but it also makes their work more rare. there's always, like, with how big the world is now, there's always going to be people preserving or attempting to preserve this stuff. But, you know, there is always still a risk that it will be lost. But thankfully, well, honestly, we don't even really do this anymore, do we? Artists in a broad sense, yeah, but like this specific procedure of handwriting manuscripts, not a thing. Really not a thing. As far as I'm aware, it's still done in the UK when writing like new laws and stuff, and it's really only done there. Like there is a small industry to produce vellum that is done for the sake of like preservation and stuff like that. There is always a copy that's actually handwritten on vellum when a new like law is written. But aside from that, I don't believe this is actually a thing anymore. Still, I was picked that. I think I thought that one not. And, well, like, I say that. This will be remembered. Yeah, I forgot to mention it. That's kind of you to say, sir, but you need not be concerned for me. See, that right there, that little bit of actual philosophy in the game, like, just calling forward to the fact that this, like these books will stay forever, like, for a very long time. Practically forever. Lifetimes. That's what I was waiting for. Like, there's been 2 hours and I finally get to that money, the money part, you know, like... Ugh. I've lived a long life and have happiness of serve the Lord. Okay, come on. When he calls for me, I am ready. Finally, time progression. Just face palming again, mate. Ah, where has the time gone? It is already Cursor. 9 a.m., one of the hours of prayer. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Principles for living a monastic life. Okay. Until later, Andreas. Until later. I'm just stretching my back now and like... come on. What's he doing? He's not doing anything dodgy, is he? What's going on in here? Get to... I hope the murder is soon. Like, come on. What was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry. I knocked a ball of paint to the floor. But then Prior Frank came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut. Frank should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. I fully agree. He seems... not all books should be treated with the utmost care. He seems to be in a great hurry. I don't really think I need to say that. That seems to have some kind of... oh, that symbol might indicate my background, but, yeah, whatever. He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he is on edge since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? The Clear Chronicle. A history of the universe from creation to 1082, written by the Irish monk. No, anger is not an appropriate word, but a response for none. fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? It's not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes. One who wrote masterworks, even now. But even now, Grace Libraries at Cologne, Folder, and Mainz, and I should have taken my allergy medication like hours ago. I don't even know why I'm having like hay fever today, or whatever you want to call it. No, it's not. Not unless it pertains to your work. Great. So, like, I guess we still have, like, knowledge we kept safe and not spread. Like, that's the kind of mindset they're having, which is kind of antithetical to the printing press. What's all this fuss about Lorenz? Why is he so nervous? So nervous. Lorenz? I didn't know you're familiar enough to the man to use his Christian name. Oh dear. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and father of Abbey have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he paid enough to help the Abbey when he needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books. Well, I was hoping to work on my masterpiece, but I suppose I can help. Of course, it's yes and hesitant yes. I understand. There's rarely a time when I'm in the scriptorium and the brothers are not present. Just fetch quest. Fetch quest. It's a fetch quest. It's a fetch quest. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohorts have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I look for, find them, and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Alchemy. Aenid, not Alchemy, Aenid. Oh, written by Virgil. Huh, okay. Couple of Greek myths. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches? Yes. Okay, that's kind of pedantic. What? Nuremberg inches is, color of the covers again. Just like there. Reddish. Hey, I'm not his sticky. There's a fair amount of brown in these. These volumes are old, even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aenid is not one of my favourite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, okay, she's just walking in here and, okay, just a random tangent again. Aeneas chose his duty to the god over his lover Dido. It's just, okay, just a random bit of history into Greek myth. Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? At least we finally have something a bit more dynamic, visually. We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes things more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. We clearly take over chosen vocations. It's a very serious type of music. I'm sorry for very suddenly saying this, but there's a very, very serious stack of music in this game. It is just ambient noise, and you're reading up text, and I guess it's all about the immersion, but it's I need to, like, it's, I haven't even gotten to, like, I don't, am I wrong? Like, did I just get a totally wrong idea about this, and, like, there's just no murder at all? Like, it's just a kinetic novel about something set in the Middle Ages? Or is it really taking this long? Like, I've had, like, this must be, like, the third time I've stopped and just like, commented on this. It's like, it's now 2.5 hours. Right? Like, Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. Few women do. True. But that doesn't mean women can't take pride in their vocations. In the city of ladies, Christine de Pizarro defended women of all classes by showing their value in society. An admirable effort, but even if we do exactly as we're told, we're portrayed as vehicles of sin. You should go look to. Okay, cool. Temptresses and seducers by virtue of our sex, even when men are the aggressors. Even in the Abbey we must travel in pairs, lest we tempt with others or otherwise. And here in this pagan's virgin past Guido as aimless as seducer, and it was the god that thrust her into his arms. Like Guido, we ordinary women are mere tools in the tales of her. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, no exempless to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. A very frank view on how, on his feelings in the past, I suppose. For now, the books, if you please. That is honestly, that's kind of a really annoying tangent. Like, just a little glimpse where she gets to rant a little bit and expand on her character. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, can we get to the murder? Like, how many times have I said that? Get to the murder! Next, wretched Guren, disappointed copy, green cover, diamond pattern. I didn't have the size of the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. He's just handing me the answer as well. Like, it's not even a point. It's not even like a pixel hunt. Like, it's right there. Is she gonna go into another rant? The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. You don't. It belongs to Amadeo Rusco of Ugana. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost and... I keep reading the S as an F. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. I certainly see the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised to servant, and lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. You forgot that part. In the end, Guren learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty, lofty. Can't read that word for some reason. Adventures. What's the harm? Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. And that leads to the dark side. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? When was Don Quixote written? That was really considered one of the first, kind of ridiculous fantasies, wasn't it? Oh well. To die better than we are born. And what's the problem with that? why shouldn't the peasants dream of being a king? So, because books were handwritten, entertainment in books, like fiction, as far as I'm aware, is not really a thing. So this type of criticism, it's rather valid, I think, in the context of the time, where it's like, oh, you know, like we shouldn't be fantasizing about stuff like that. But it doesn't really sit well with me, because, like, of course we live in a time where there's entertainment all over the place, and we are able to write such frivolous things. But in a more pragmatic sense, writing entertainment like this, instead of using those resources to, you know, write religious texts and try to, you know, live a life of purity, it was essentially just a waste of resources. So it's like, it's not just, it's kind of like the excuses people make about television or rock and roll or the internet. It's like, oh, you know, kids these days wasting their time. It's the same set of arguments I've seen. There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. Okay. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. As to the book, you must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? I understand. I'd hate to learn a book and never get it back. It'd be like losing a limb. Oh, it's like a small limb. Oh, my little finger. Regardless of the size and importance of the body part in question, I understand and appreciate it. It's not my goal to deprive the brothers of their joy, but to return Amadeo Risco's property. The book, please. There's only one book left. Then you'll be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. Right, you know what, I'm just gonna... What is it? The description should be sufficient. Very well. And it's like, they're gonna have a plot right here. Icon's a bit large and covering it, isn't it? Okay, what's this? More stuff in Latin. Oh dear. Oh my. Now that I think about it, this guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding. I'm just reading what seems like French here, actually, rather than Latin. Or I think it's the word crossover that I'm recognizing. Est touché par Dieu, et poli et pécheur premier, et de la grâce, est montré par la grâce divine en septembre, et de la grâce et de la perfection and plenitude apaise the state of divine amour is easy. So, like, I'm recognizing the word amour, which is love. L'amour. Amour actis. It's completely. It's put même amour avec tout. Parce une des principes de l'amour ou de l'amour noble, de l'amour de l'âme libre. Qu'avec tu recommendes la set actress. I think this is perhaps the game will answer it. Very good. Please bring it here. What is this anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. Yeah, it's in French. Yeah. What is this? Thank goodness I didn't pick the French background. Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? I haven't asked so many questions. I've asked one question twice and you haven't answered me. I have good reason to not answer you. Wait. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue about love and reason. Par more exercise grand application set grand diligence determined for, and it's a different page, but this is a hell of a funny Easter egg. It's so the book is dangerous. When did the bishops condemn it? "200 years ago." What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias left all books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. And he was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed, even if their content is in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law that we must contend with, not your emotions. Well, the Church was wrong. I am not going to debate with this with you, Andreas. But Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gerner learned it was in our possession, he wanted to destroy. How did Father Gerner even know the book was here? Mother Cecilia made a note of it in the inventory when she was the librarian. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gerner. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. Yeah, take it. I wanna keep this book. Right. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it and become a French heretic. I'm not sure. Oh, hide it. Keep it safe. Give me that book, or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Mossvogel. Consider the sound theological reasons. I appeal to your duty. I propose a compromise. I appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey to not destroy this book. My duty is to guard into the vows I made to the rule. But what about the librarian's book, the rule to protect books? Oh, am I automatically failing the speech check now? That's a lot of qualifiers. Yell that the church was wrong to condemn the book. I had to do all of those things. Okay. Do I have like another chance, or is it just telling me that these are all my past decisions that led to this? No, you just made that up. Then I propose a compromise. I'll take the book from the Abbey, far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gerner asks about it. And if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. Oh, okay, that's another speech check fail. It feels right enough in my heart for both of us. I don't think so. That doesn't even make any sense. Consider the sound theological reasons for allowing this book to exist. More sound than a condemnation from 3 bishops of Paris? I mean, who are you going to trust? Them or me? Jeez. I have, like, really? Thank you for making my decision so easy. Did you leave university voluntarily, or were you expelled? Jeez, that's a harsh thing to say. We have nothing more to discuss. He stays with me. So be it. Oh, cool. Like, I'm not forced into... Okay. So, I didn't expect that kind of conflict. That's the bell for bits. Oh, no? Okay. Others will be sitting down to... I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the Abbey. Okay. I can't save, it's all auto-saving. I don't have inventory tab, do I? Like, I'm just keeping... That's a very long conflict, and I don't even get to look at the book again. Okay, that's... I'm still not up to the... Where the hell is the murder? Like, I keep thinking there was supposed to be a murder here. Like, so yeah. So that book was basically as far as I could figure out without using Google Lens again. It was smut. Like it was basically just a bunch of smut. So yeah. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like. So, like, this, every time this happens, like, I feel very awkward when I have this feeling where it's like, it takes very long to get to the part where the game feels appealing, and yet I don't have time to actually continue. And it's the kind of, like, I've had that feeling a couple times where it's like, there's so much build up, the dialogue is so slow, that you kind of need to be committed to the story. Like, it really is just pure story. Like, you need to be committed to the story to want to continue. Because, like, this is barely an adventure game. It's so far, like, there's been a few choices. They've unlocked a few dialogue choices, but it's pretty much just a straight... Like, it's not even, like, a ton of gameplay in this. Like, it's much more, like, it's very much closer to a kinetic novel than like, a multi-choice adventure game, you know? Like, and adventure games are still linear. Like, you still had tons of different... There isn't even any hunt and pecking for items in inventory. Like, I can't examine book. I should see if Otto and Andrus are around. So, below the Abbey, between the guest house, okay. Abbey. Martin? Hello, Martin. Who is this? Go away, Andres. Can't you see I'm busy? Not really. What are you doing? Mind your own business. Fine, you're right. Don't concern me. Whatever. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Okay, fine. Jeez. Guest house. Andrus. Otto. Okay. Cool. What's going on? Jeez, more conversations. Okay. I want to wrap this up soon. But why the hell's the murder? I thought this was like a murder mystery thing. It's good to see you. I trust Carl gave you my message. No? Yes? Sorry I missed you this morning. Ah, the Abbey really lets you get away with anything. I already set the text speed to maximum as well, like, and it's still scrolling through. That's us. Yep, it's just saying grace. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to read that out loud. Amen. 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 How did the morning treat you? Not too bad. It's like hurt my hands putting timber. Like this, you can probably just hear the clicks. Select a food item to eat. You've got cheese, bread, almonds. Okay. There's, oh, the mouse is like the other way around for some reason. It's the left hand. Okay. And just got some almonds. It's injury. Blah, 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 cheese. I probably shouldn't mash this button so hard. Buy bread. Anyway, this is like the slowest day ever. I saw you walking with that baron in the meadow on your way up. You see you to check on the commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He was. Well, Father Matthias had some misgivings about the plan. What kind of misgivings? He fools around with young women. He's married, of course. It's only gossip, and it isn't Christian to frighten rumors like that. It's not gossip he beat up that farmer a few years back, old Ranny. May he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. He had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything like that. What did he talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does no woman have in common with an artist? He talks to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Well, of course, that's what he's interested in when he's at the Abbey. When he's in Tasing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. Because he's friendly with the Abbey, no bad would ever come to him. It's appalling. It's gossip. It's small talk. Again, like, it's more small talk, right? And like, it's like, I suppose I can see the merit in like portraying medieval life down to even the boring small talk points, but like, I kind of want to, like, I'm playing a game and I kind of want to play a game. Like, come on, I like Obsidian Entertainment as writers, you know, like for their storytelling, and this is like pacing, you know, like. Like, well, I understand. I see why people resent the Abbey's rule. He's a harsh lord. Also, did you see the barrel's sheep stick the grazing fields again? You know what? I'm just curious now. So gameplay controls: interact, walk, toggle, quick response, menu, minigame. That's it. Okay. First off, I need to finish the scene. And then I'll probably comment on why I actually did that. So, I'm not playing around anymore. Like, I was having fun at first, but like now it's like, okay, I need to wrap this up. He's always in a foul mood. There's not even an instant text. Dialogue speed is maximum, right? And it's still rendering slowly. On top of that, he's a damn thief. Well, you say it. Look at him over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal. I admit he seemed less. I mean, he's just a boy. He still has time to change. I've never known him to change, but maybe his responsibilities of speaking about he used our Sean and the woman will be spinning it soon. Oh, I got it, and you're saying to tease what God wants to happen. Blah 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 blah. We should probably get back to it. Storm's coming. I'll catch up in a moment. Oh, Andrews. Well, say hello to Ava for me. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. My God. afternoon. Let me get back to work. Okay. If there's no murder at this point, what's going on here? Why are these people here? Carl. Matthew. God bless you. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware. I tend to the shrine. There's more world building. More world building. The shrine is always beautifully kept. I've been reading all that saints from far off. And I'm allowed a book, of course. I'm surprised you have neglected Tazin's penchant, though. He was born in Egypt. You want to learn something about him when you're here. By all means. Saint Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom, blah 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 blah. Does that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen. And led a legion made entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Blah blah blah. I'm sorry about all these historical figures, but blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Yes, I've been hearing about some of the pagan Christians in the town. There are some in Tazi who still cling to the pagan Christians, and yes, God save them. Blah blah blah. There isn't even a fast forward button. Like, there's no auto progression. Like, I can't, like, there's no backlog I can review. Moritz and the Legion were saved by these matters, just the towns converted rebels fled into the mountains. How did Moritz's hand end up in Tazi? Remembered, be here with resurrect like Christ. Visions of the town fled with his body. Was out here. Huh. What a standing story. Think of a history lesson. Okay, cool. Cool. Until later. Cool. Cool. I don't want to talk to anyone else. You know what? I'm not even sure where to stand. So, okay. So. Okay. Alright. Right. So, here are... I feel bad that I'm actually kind of irritated with this game now. But, let me just collect my thoughts for a minute here. So, visual novels have a weird place when it comes to, like, video game genres, right? Like, they've kind of... So, back when I was studying video games, the concept of adventure games and visual novels came up as something that was a kind of... They're not even really video games, right? It's right at the edge of when video games gained the definition of video game. So depending on how you want to see it, like it is a bit of a subjective interpretation, but you can either consider visual novels and adventure games. You can kind of consider visual novels and adventure games to actually not be video games, or you can consider them to be more like a prototype for more advanced games that are more well-rounded with gameplay and stuff like that. Which kind of, and this is one of those things which you'd only know if you'd actually studied the development and evolution of game genres, but elements of adventure games and visual novels appear in video games, but if you make something that is purely just dialogue prompts, right, with no other element, then that's not a full video game. Like, it's a component that is seen in a video game, but it's not a video game per se. It's more like an evolutionary predecessor of that's right before. And again, like whether you consider that to be like before or after the line of video game and the invention of them, it's kind of up to you. And a lot of people sit on one side of the line, a lot of people sit on the other. Some people like me, like for someone like me, I just consider it to be like it's a blurry area because of that, and I kind of just treat them like a video game regardless. But it doesn't change the fact that this means that this is actually the oldest type of genre of video game, if you consider it to be part of video games. Like it is one of the oldest formats of computer entertainment, where it's just dialogue, right? And because of that, it's one of those things that evolves very slowly. But there's also like certain things that that you kind of expect of a quality of life thing, right? And on the mechanical level, you see this better in Japanese JRPGs because Japanese visual novels are much more. They last way longer than adventure games in the West, right? So something as simple as like in a JRPG, you have like auto progression, you have multiple settings for dialogue speed, and in more recent games, you have the ability to see a backlog of dialogue in case you accidentally skip too far. And here you have 3 speeds, and one of them, the highest one, is not instant, right? Like it's not just instant text, like just you want to just click for everything. Like the text actually still appears slowly. So like I see this as essentially like an adventure game that is actually still missing fairly fundamental quality of life features to help with the reading process. Because like there are people who are going to approach this as more like a novel rather than a game, and you just want to sit back and enjoy the story and read. Like you read it like an audiobook, right? Like that's like some visual novels and kinetic novels, many of them in fact, you just sit back and enjoy it like an audiobook. And then you make an occasional dialogue choice to make it branch out, but other than that, there's nothing, right? And like here, there's not even a save option. There's no load. This is like of all the things to come out of Obsidian Entertainment, I'm trying. I wanted to be respectful here, and I do try to be respectful here because like it sounds like Josh Sawyer's passion project. It's something he really wants. Like he's really into medieval history and wants to portray it as much as possible. But like as a game, it's moving around in one button with progress dialogue and this annotation thing. And like there's no log. There's a journal, which is kind of RPG-esque, but like there's also like the issue of pacing as well, where it's like it's taking so long to set up all of these characters. There are so many characters, and I suppose this is important because I believe this is meant to be. I said several times that this is meant to be a murder mystery. I know very little about this game, but as to the best of what I know, at the very least, I believed that it was a murder mystery. And it's been 3 hours of nothing but setup. 3 hours, right? And it like you can make the character development way more condensed here. I guess it is trying to emphasize like, oh, this is like what Lost Life is like. These are the opinions that these types of people have. But like, I just want to get to solving mysteries. You know, like I made some dialogue choices that built my personality, but like this could have. The pacing of this beginning is incredibly slow, to the point where I'm actually questioning whether there even is a murder. Right? This has happened to me like a couple of times, in a handful of games, and I'm not happy that I have this feeling, to be honest. But the setup is so long. like when it comes to reviewing games, not even just for me, like from the point of view of a customer who has a limited amount of time, you need to get to the... There's a critical period of about 1 or 2 hours of gameplay at the beginning, where it's like you need to convey all the important parts of the game, even if it's just hinting at them, so that the customer knows that is a worthy purchase, right? And so far it's been 3 hours. I've actually crossed that threshold by a full twice over, right? Instead of 1.5 hours, it's been about 3 hours. And I still haven't gotten to any kind of clue that there's something more to this than just slice of life, like meandering and banter. Like there's absolutely no clue beyond that. And you could, like, as a counterpoint, I will say that, like, yes, you could blame it on the fact that I'm reading this dialogue slowly out loud, but I have given it twice as much time as I would have, and also, like, the fact that I'm actually reading as fast as the dialogue is appearing, means that it wouldn't actually been much faster anyway, right? But, like, I can't, like, I can't save and reload arbitrarily, and it's just auto continue. Okay, there's not even a load menu. Weren't there 3? Oh, cool, that's instant. That's actually kind of cool. I had 3 save slots, and I can't pick one. There's no load menu. Okay, that is actually kind of cool. Anyway, like, I don't really know what else to say. Like, this is taking too long, right? Especially as, like, a streamer as well. Like, I'm trying to present this game as best as I can. Like, I don't like it when I present a game negatively, right? But where's, like, this is fun. To me, this is fun as just seeing a historical portrayal. But, like, the dialogue just meanders. And I only have so much time to decide whether a game is worth it. And there are too many games out there now, you know, for me to say anything other than that. And I really am frustrated that I don't have time. Especially at the beginning when I said that I kept putting this game off because I kept, like, not putting time into it, but, like, I don't like this ending like this, right? Like, I feel like I might continue this in private because I do want to continue seeing it, but, like, this is taking ages. Like, it's a 3-hour stream. That's the limit of how long my streams go, and we haven't gotten to the murder yet. We haven't gotten to, like, here's the hook, right? Unless the hook itself is the medieval stuff. So, like, that's it. Like, that's it for me, right? I'll see you next week where, like, I check out another game which is, like, I kept putting off, but, like that's it. That's the end. That's the end of the stream. I feel so bad. I'm sorry, but, like, we haven't gotten to the good part yet. That's so weird. That's it. So, yeah. Bye. That's it. That's not much else to say. It's like, that's... It was fascinating. Lots of history. Great portrayal was great, but it just took too much time. It's a long stream. You know, so I'll see you around. And next week.